Let's take a trip back in time to the 1970s, best known as the era of the hippie. There you will find a very interesting man with long flowing locks, giant glasses, bell-bottoms, and platform shoes. Quite a stylish specimen for his day. This man is my dad. That's right. But to be clear, my dad wasn't a hippie. He just really looked like one. And this look extended to many areas of his life, including his car. You would not believe what my dad did to give his car that custom hippie flair. He converted it into what I will call a hot rod. The first thing you need to know is that this hot rod was actually a Volkswagen Beetle, or a bug as some people call it, including me. Not a smoking sports car or a tough guy truck, but an orange bug. Good choice, Dad! Keep in mind that when my dad got this car, he was in college, so the ways in which he decked it out were probably considered normal and even cool at the time. Probably. Maybe, I really don't know. Anyway, so we'll start with the outside. Like I said, this thing was orange, and well, frankly, it was dinky. But my dad didn't want a dinky car, so he decided to add some fat back wheels with a nice aluminum finish so that the car was more beefy. And to maintain an element of style, he flared the fenders to tie it nicely together. But the style didn't end there, my friends. He added etched scrolling to the windows. Yes, I said etched scrolling. Oh yeah, and I guess there weren't fog lights on cars back then, so he added those too. Safety first. Those were the only changes I know of that happened on the outside, so let's move on to the more unusual inside of the car. I'm going to start with the one that I find the most entertaining. Are you ready for this? My dad replaced the gas pedal with a foot. A stinking foot, people! Oh, Dad, I love you. He tells me it was probably a size 10. Alright, so then I guess his shiny new foot made him feel like the rest of his car wasn't spiffy enough because he upgraded the finishes to chrome and walnut. I'm talking the dashboard, the gear shift, the glove compartment, and even the window cranks. But then the steering wheel didn't match, so he replaced that too, with one that had a nice chrome center and a cushy black foam for his hands. To top it all off, he hung some macrame his mom made him from his rear view mirror with buttons on it. Now that the front looks so schmancy, something had to be done about that boring backseat. He started by removing everything to be able to create a masterpiece. Oh boy, you want to know what he did? He added a black shag carpet with 2 accent pillows that were black and orange to match. Each had one faux fur side and one faux leather side. Fancy. And now he needed a way to celebrate the awesome artwork of a car that he created. So he added an 8-track player with 4 speakers for surround sound. Party on, Dad. Party on. His next 2 projects were to change the horn to sound like a train horn, and to add this thing to the muffler to make the car sound like a super loud race car. Sadly, the bug met its demise before that could ever happen. As the story goes, my dad was driving home from college for Thanksgiving break, going along down the highway, riding the wind waves of semi-trucks as they passed, when something caught his eye. He looked up to his rearview mirror, and what he saw was horrendous. There were flames coming out of the back of his car. As fast as he could, he pulled over, got out, and sadly watched as his masterpiece burned. Thankfully, the fire only affected the back, so he was able to salvage a lot of it. Someone took him to a gas station where he called his dad, who came and towed him home. Then my dad had to sell his beloved car, but he had to get a new one, right? And what did he choose? A new Volkswagen Beetle, but this time it was yellow. He took all his old stuff out and tried to recreate everything, but it was never the same. And I just want to say this. Rest in peace to the old orange bug. You will forever live on in our hearts.